Hi grade 4s, it's Miss Purdy again, and we're going to be looking today at some more multiplication strategies. So we're going to look at the two that we did yesterday, and then I'm going to show you two more. A lot of you were saying that you found yesterday's work really easy, which is great. I know some of you wanted harder stuff, but we'll get there, don't worry. Let's just review the basics again to make sure we're all on the same page and we're all thinking the same way. Okay. All right, so we know there are several strategies to solve multiplication problems. An example they're using in this slideshow is 4 times 3 equals 12. And here are some words that you might know, you might not. Factors are the numbers that you're multiplying together. So these two, the 4 and the 3, are factors. And the answer is called the product. So remember when we were adding, the answer we called the sum. So if I said find the sum of these numbers, you would add. If you're asked to find the product, product means you're multiplying. Okay, and these are the factors. All right. So one strategy we did yesterday was drawing the equal groups. So they're showing here for 4 times 3, you could draw 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 3 in each. Another strategy that we looked at yesterday was the repeated addition. So for the same multiplication fact, 3 times 4 equals 12, you could add 3 4 times. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 12. Or you can add 4 3 times. 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12. Remember, it doesn't matter which order you put the factors in. You can do whatever way you find easiest. So if you really like counting by threes, you find that easy, you would do it this way. If you find it easier counting by fours, you do it that way. So that's kind of the cool thing about multiplying, because you can switch the factors around to suit which numbers you like best. All right. So another strategy we're going to look at today is called an array. Okay, A-R-R-A-Y, an array. And an array is the arrangement of objects in rows and columns. So here are two examples. Here's 3 times 4. That means there are 3 rows. I'm just going to get my pen going. Okay, so here's row 1, 2, 3. And you can see the flowers are equally spaced, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 in each row. So that's an array. Notice that arrays are nice and straight. Okay, you can see the rows. Here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and each row has 3. Again, it doesn't matter which factor you use first, because this is the exact same array. It's just kind of turned on its side. Either way, there are still 12 flowers. Okay, and the last strategy we're going to look at today is skip counting, either with a number line, if you have one near you, or without. A lot of you are really good at skip counting in your head, so you could just use your finger, for example, to count off 4 times that you're counting by 3. So you would say 3, 6, 9, 12. If you have a number line that you can jump on, or you use a ruler or whatever, 3 times 6 means there are 3 jumps, and each jump is 6. Remember, we don't count the starting one. Just like when we're moving on a grid, we don't count it. So there's 1 jump of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my 3 jumps of 6. So 3 times 6 is 18. Okay, I think you get the idea. So 4 jumps of 4, I would go 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, another 4 spaces, another 4 spaces, to tell me that 4 times 4 equals 16. Okay, the fastest way to solve multiplication is to memorize the facts. I know when I was in school, and probably your parents too, we had to memorize all of the facts up to 12 times 12. In grade 4, it's expected that you'll be able to either memorize or figure out really quickly up to 9 times 9. So that's something that you might want to consider, is making some flashcards or playing more of those games that I gave you, just to practice your facts. All right, so the activity I'm giving you today, I'm going to actually show you a little bit of each page. Just like yesterday, there's 4 pages, but it's a lot of the space is taken up with pictures, so it's not like 4 pages of writing. So your first page looks like this: skip count multiplication 1 to 5. So I've put the text boxes in, and you know when you want to type in there, you just click and then type the number. Up here, it would have been a lot of hassle to actually put all the little text boxes in. So you can either just leave this blank and keep it in your head, or if you want to, you can put in the text boxes. Go to the slide, show the little box with the T. Or if you just wanted to write it out on a paper to make it easier, you can. So counting by ones, that's easy. Let's just look at the count by 2 ones for now. So it's starting with 4. So if you were writing it on a paper, you would just fill out as if you're counting by 2s and so on. All right, all the way up. And then say you were trying to solve 2 times 7, you just count the 7th number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so it'd be 14. Some of them you might just be able to do in your head. You might not need to do the skip counting part, and that's okay too. All right, then you've got some arrays like this. Again, arrays are when there's even rows and columns, and they want you to write the multiplication fact shown by each array. So you're going to click in here. I can't do it with this program, but you're going to click in here and type out the array. So you're going to look, for example, at the first one. You're going to count how many rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 rows times how many are in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I don't need to count every row. I can see it's all 7. They're all the same. All right. 5 times 7. Well, I'm not very good at counting by 7s, my friends, but I'm pretty darn good at counting by 5s. So I'm going to count by 5s. I know here's a row of 5 and so on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So my answer is 5 times 7 equals 35. And then you do the same for the other ones. They'll give you some different shapes, but it's the exact same idea for all of them. Okay, for this one, they want you to actually draw an array. You'll be typing it in, of course. So here it's 4 times 5 equals. There's a spot for the answer, and down here is a spot for you to type your array. So 4 rows of 5. So for this one, I'm using X's. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, there's 1 row of 5. Oh, mine's going really spaced out. Hopefully yours won't do that. Okay. Yours shouldn't have that big of a space. If it does, that's all right. Okay, so then I can count 5, 10, 15, 20, and I can type my answer in the box. 20. So you can use X's, you can use O's like we did last time. It really doesn't matter as long as you use the same thing throughout one question. So you're not going to mix up X's and O's in one box. You do X's over here, O's over here, whatever your favorite letter is in a different one, that's fine. Your last page has some basic word problems. Okay, so word problems, you know, you have to read the words and figure out what they're asking. So let's look at the first one together. It says John has 7 $5 bills. He wants to buy a baseball bat that costs $38. And then there's 2 parts to this question, A and B. How much money does he have? And does he have enough money to buy the baseball bat? On this page, you'll notice I put a longer box here. This is where I want you to type in the multiplication sentence. So in this case, he's got 7 pieces of currency. Each one's a $5 bill. So he has 7 times 5. Okay, and what is that, everybody? Yes, it's 35. Okay, so answer A. A said, how much money does he have? I'm going to type. I know I'm using a pen, but you'd be typing. $35. Answer B. What was B? Does he have enough money to buy the baseball bat? Let's go back. How much was it? $38. Ah, poor John. No, not today, John. You're going to have to earn some more money. All right, so that's it for today, friends. Where it says just ignore this space, that's because this was a worksheet where they gave you room over here to do the writing, but you won't need that because you're typing directly on the page. All right, so hopefully everyone stays caught up with this one, just like yesterday. For those of you asking for more challenges, we will be moving on to some more challenging multiplying next week. But I just want to make sure that we have all of these strategies in our head, so when we get to the bigger numbers, we remember what to do. All right, have a great day, friends, and I'll talk to you later.